Another data structure used to store data or collections of data is the hash. A hash is often called an associative structure because we store data in what are called key-value pairs. A classic example of an associative structure is the dictionary, where the word is the key and the definition of the word is the value. And we associate the value with the word. Or in other words, to find the definition of a word, we have to look up the word first. In a hash, to find the value, we have to look up the key. So let's look at how we create hashes in Ruby. Again, we're going to use the interactive Ruby shell. So we form a hash by giving it a name and then assigning the data to that name. So let's do a very simple one. We're going to call this phone numbers. So we start out with a name for our hash, and then our assignment operator, then an open curly brace. In the open curly brace, then we type a key, David, followed by the equal sign and a greater than sign, and then a value, like so. Each key value pair is separated by commas. So now we'll move in and do another one. And let's do a couple more. Then when we're finished, we close it off with another curly brace, and that forms our hash. The way we retrieve a value from a hash is by presenting the key to the hash name like it's an array subscript. So for example, if I want to see Cynthia's phone number, I'm going to type numbers, open bracket, and it retrieves the number for the hash. Let's do one more. If we try to retrieve a value using a key that doesn't exist, it returns the value nil. You can use this value to test to make sure that the key exists, because if it returns nil, then you know that it doesn't exist, or at least there's not a value associated with it, but more than likely that means that the key does not exist. This is really all there is to the hash. We're going to look at it again later when we look at control structures such as loops, and we'll use hashes to illustrate the use of loops in working through a complete data structure. But for now, that's enough about how the hash works. Let's move on to the next lesson where we look in a little more detail at how to work with variables.